Welcome to I Didn't Sign Up for This, a podcast brought to you by Alzheimer's Arkansas that sheds light on the unexpected moments of caring for someone with Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia. While challenges in caregiving are expected, some moments can catch you completely off guard. Those I didn't sign up for this moments are as unique as each caregiver. This podcast offers comfort, connection, and practical insights to help you navigate the challenges of caregiving. A heartfelt thank you to the families who share their experiences.
You're listening to I Didn't Sign Up for This. I am Carolyn Berry, your host. A reminder that the views expressed are those of the host and guests, not necessarily those of affiliated organizations. Content is for information or entertainment purposes only. It is not professional advice. A special thanks to Elder Independence Home Care for sponsoring this episode. Hello and welcome to Karen Walker, a woman of many talents. Most importantly, a caregiver for her mother. Karen, thank you so much.
Hello, Carolyn. How are you?
I am good and excited to interview you today because although I've met you, had conversations, I don't know a lot about your caregiving experience. So before we get to your caregiving experience, just tell us a little bit about Karen, who Karen Walker is.
Okay, Karen Walker is a lover of life, local coffee shops, and books. I am also a national speaker. I am uh, a leadership and a speaker coach and an award-winning public media professional. So that's what kind of things that I do with my occupation. But I, and not but, and I serve on a couple of boards that I'm very passionate about their mission and their causes.
So you're here because you are a caregiver. And when did you recognize that something was not quite right with your mother?
Well, I became a caregiver in 2012. My sister in Detroit was caring for my parents, and they were kind of roommates, as they called it. So she unexpectedly passed away in 2012. I would go and relieve her when she was going traveling and things like that. So when she passed away unexpectedly, I became the caregiver for my parents. I moved them to Arkansas. My father had Alzheimer's, and he passed away in 2015. And that's really, you can see your parents slowing down a little bit. But with mom, I thought she was doing a lot better than she was until I got up and close with her. And so when dad passed away, it just became real evident that mom was having some cognitive issues. And so it was as if a switch flipped. And so I began to have to like do meds, sort her meds for her, take over some of the things that she used to could do for, herself. I do the housework, pay the bills, all of it. I just saw mom suddenly just start to just kind of decline a little bit in her functioning.
So, like most caregiving stories started, although she had some decline, it was like, I'll take on a little this, and then before you know it, you are a full-fledged caregiver.
Absolutely. When I say full fledged, because what makes my mom so unique is that she was the baby of the family. And so she was spoiled all her little life. And then when she married my dad, he was so amazing. He spoiled her too. And so, she's never had lived on her own. She went from her mom's house, to marrying dad. And so losing her daughter was hard, but losing her husband too, for the first time in her life, she was living alone. And for those first few years, every Sunday, I would spend the night, with her and stuff and try to, help her, through the grief process. But it's been a real challenging journey.
So, since you brought in challenging, what's been the most difficult? You as holistic, because you are a wife, a mother, a business owner.
Well, for me, it's been when I was became a caregiver, my kids were still in school, middle school and starting high school, and it was like a disruption. My children was used to having this involved mom, and, I'm one of those wives that cook most days and all of that stuff, so our whole family schedule just was disrupted when I moved my parents here, and then once dad died, I had to give more and more, and so it was, quite a balancing act, and that's the challenge of caregiving, is when you take on caregiving, other things in your life still goes on and needs to happen too. So it's trying to get that balance so that you can serve well, but also take care of yourself as well as love your family that's right in front of you well too. So the challenge is learning how to divide your energy, learning how to chop up your schedule, your time, being able to be 100% present no matter what you're doing. That's what the challenge is, to not be for me to be over here doing stuff for my family, but in the back of my mind going, "Oh, no, I need to make sure mom has this, that, the other." So it's been, what, quite a few years now. I've learned how to balance stuff more. And then again, my kids are adults now, so they don't need me like they did when I first started caregiving.
Okay, so you know the name of the show is I Did Sign Up for This.
Mhm.
And you had given me like this beautiful picture of the balance of caregiving.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your I didn't sign up for this moment. So like before you get it all together, you know it's chaos, right?
Yeah.
So and this show likes to bring to light to people that no, you're not gonna opt. It's not like you get off together until you start. It's a journey. So tell me about your if you're a mama that you was like, oh, I didn't sign up for this.
Oh, I know. Because a lot of times when people see me, because I'm a what they call a joy strategist, I can find joy in anything. People get the perception of me sometimes that, oh, she's happy go lucky and she has it all together. And I'm like, no, that's not even real life to think anyone has it all together all the time. I had my moments, and occasionally still do, where you go, now, wait a minute, I didn't sign up for this. There was times when, I mean, and keeping it real, Carolyn, there were times when I would feel a little resentful because I'm tethered to responsibility while my other friends are out traveling and they're out doing their thing and they're having girls' night, and I can't just pick up and go. Because in reality, you think, once I get my children of the age that they can drive, they can work, they can take care of themselves, I'm on the freedom train. But no, that's not what happened. And that's not what happens when you become a caregiver. So I've had those moments where you sit down and go, Lord, when are things gonna change? Or I'm not sure how much longer I can do this. I've had those moments and where you sit there and you think, man, am I really gonna last? And I had to learn how to figure it out, how to lean into community, stop trying to control them, to be all right with the dishes that just not getting done today. I had to let go of some of the expectations I had, I think, on myself, and I had to let go of them because 'cause they're unreal in a season of caregiving. When you're trying to take care of 2 households, somebody's dishes are not getting done. And no, we're not vacuuming every other day and all of those things. And I had to let go of what people thought about it. If you come over and the dishes are stacked, hey, if you're not gonna join in and help, let's not come over, okay?
Yeah. Going into that, there are many statistics about how caregiving impacts the mental and physical well being of the person taking care of them. Do you have a personal experience of how caregiving impacted either your mental or physical health?
Yeah, it's been a little over a year. A little over a year ago, I had a stroke. And I never saw that coming, because I was, doing my exercise and all my numbers were good with the doctor. And it took my doctor by surprise too. But I think with the heavy workload I was having at work and just caregiving is heavy itself, it's in and of itself and all of that. But what that stroke did for me, it landed me into the hospital and off of work for a few months. And that was, for me, one of the best things because I had time to rest. When you tell people you've had a stroke, everybody gets a picture in their head what they think has happened. And they're very eager to help you. And they're very, um, what do you call it? Very accommodating and very and not trying to bug you. Like before when I had COVID, people would still say, my work would call and say, I know you're trying to recover, but can you? But when you have a stroke, they leave you alone. And that was one of the best things for me. I'm not saying people need to have a stroke because God restores me.
Yes.
Yeah, but God restored me. I mean, I'm 99% functioning, right? But here's the thing, in that still time, I was able to really reprioritize what's important, what's realistic to of the things I need to get done, what needs to wait, what needs to actually go away. What is my things to stop doing list? And I created those things. And that's what's helped me now to be a little bit more balanced and all of that. But yes, it takes a toll on your health. Before, early on in those early years, I was gaining weight because I was stressed and didn't know it, you know, and all of that. You cannot carry the weight of caregiving and ignore yourself and think your mind, body, and soul is going to be okay. I've learned I have to be intentional.
You have to be intentional. So, I'm a lady and you're a woman, and we really don't like to share this number, but you are a blessing. And when don't get to see a picture of you, is that you are a young lady. So you had a stroke. How old are you here?
Oh, I'm very proud of my age, right? I will be 61 next month.
I didn't know that. So
People think I'm from my 40s.
yeah, I absolutely I did. So the reality is the stroke occurred to you at an early age and your numbers good. So stress is a
Mhm.
key factor in all of our life. Stress will cause uh,
Mhm.
health issues and we just don't understand how it will.
It does. Stroke, it affects our body, and just because if we do not have an outlet for that stress, emotions live in the body, not the mind. So if they're going to live in the body, and it's going to affect the body. So that's why it's so important for us to have those places we can vent when we're getting stuff pent up, that we can exercise, we can get some good endorphins, all of those things.
What advice would you suggest to caregivers when it comes to self care and taking care of yourself?
I'm telling you, self care. Practicing self-care helps you to show up as your best self. If something happens to you, what happens to your loved one? What happens to your family? So taking care of you is the most important thing that you can do. So what I've started doing, and it's been working for me, is taking naps. That's something I learned during my stroke time is naps, when your body is tired or you feel tired, take a nap if you can. And some people go, well, Karen, I can't just stop and take a nap. But can you take just 2 minutes to turn off all the technology and just kind of sit and just be still for a moment to kind of ground, do some resetting of your nervous system? It's so important to take those time out. 2 to 10 minutes a day, a few times a day will do wonders for you. Basic stuff, drinking the water. Water is so important to lubricate our joints, just to hydrate us, just so we can function well. Eating, how we eat matters. I know these sound like basic things, but they are the basic things that help me and is helping me to stay on track to being a caregiver that's not letting it take me down. Because when you take care of your body, when you take care of your mind and your soul, you're gonna be amazed at the energy level that you have, the patience that you have in working with sometimes a difficult loved one. You're gonna be surprised how your time is multiplied, not because you're trying to do more, but you're really trying to do less. Make that list. What are some things that you have that you do that you can say no to? Or wait, you don't have to take it off your like I got off of some boards when I first with mom and them because I couldn't do all of that. But now I'm back on boards because I'm at a different season in my life. You know what I mean? So my caregiving is different. My needs at home are different. So my advice to caregivers is make that list. What do you need? What are some things you can stop doing or delay doing later? And where is the community you can lean into? So often people will say, what can I do to help? And we can't think of that. When you have some time, just make a list. Here's some things that helped me. The list for people, sometimes we don't want people in and out of our house, and my mom, because she's so private, people go, "I'll sit with your mom." That's a no, okay? That's a real no. So, but what is helpful is I'm busy. It helps if you wanna get a gift card from a restaurant. On the day of taking care of mom, I'm tired, I can just pick up dinner and I don't have to cook. Those are things. One thing my friend did for me, I didn't even know I needed. She has a housekeeper. Y'all, I don't have a housekeeper. But she sent her housekeeper one day to do a deep clean for my mom's house. When I went to my car, I sat and just tears rolled down my face because it felt so good. A weight was like lifted. I didn't even know that was something that would help me. But little practical things like that, cutting her yard. You know, what can people do to help you? They can, give you frozen meals if they wanna do that. Sometimes just getting a card in the mail saying, "I'm thinking about you." It doesn't take a lot to help care for people in our community or caregiving. It's just that we just have to be intentional.
I really want to thank you for sharing your experience and look forward to maybe speaking with you again because you're still on this journey and
Yeah.
like to keep up with our caregivers, our family members willing to share their like intimate stories.
But yeah, anytime you want me on, let me know. Cause now what I'm facing is yesterday, I think signed my mom up for hospice. So I'm on a different type of care journey now. So
Yeah.
that's different. And so, yeah, and so caregiving, I mean, it has its different seasons of it, because when you're not used to being a caregiver, and you become one, you're lost. At least I was because it was Medicare time. I was like, I don't know what mom and them have. Thank God for AARP. I called them and they walked me through everything. And it's only recently in the last few years I've discovered Alzheimer's Arkansas. That's just an amazing organization that focus on caregivers. And I think the word needs to really get out there. People need to know that Arkansas has these amazing resources.
So, curious, could you jot out your email address if they want to get in contact with you?
Oh, if you want to get in contact with me, Karen at KarenWalkerSpeaks.com. And here's what's so exciting too, Carolyn. I do my Spark retreat where we focus in on rest and all of that. Next year, it's September the 12th. I already have a sponsor that we're going to sponsor 10 spots for caregivers.
I am excited about that and look forward to hearing it. Anyway, and like it made an impact. You can really, if you change one thing, you change your life. So I want to thank you again. We have more revealing content about the lives of families care for their loved ones or all forms of dementia and chronic illness. We hope you will join us and learn more. But most of us have. I didn't sign up for this month. But please remember the reason you started in the first place. And most of all, remember to take care of yourself. Be sure to join us next time. If this is your first time tuning in, be sure to subscribe to the show so you don't miss out on any upcoming episodes. For more information, please visit the website at alzark.org or on most social media forums. Alzheimer's Arkansas. I'd like to invite you to leave a review or drop a comment. Until next time, I didn't sign up for this.
I Didn't Sign Up for This is brought to you by Alzheimer's Arkansas, an independent nonprofit organization that supports families in Arkansas caring for their loved ones with Alzheimer's, other forms of dementia, and chronic illnesses. For resources, support, and community, visit alzark.org and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on I Didn't Sign Up for This.